Hi, it's Michelle Neske, the Posh PA School admissions expert. Welcome back. Today, I want to talk about some application cycle trends I've been seeing with my clients and those who I've helped get into PA school over the last year. Now, I've helped and had the opportunity to work with thousands of students on their journey to becoming a PA and becoming successful students and then fulfilled practicing PAs. And every cycle always looks a little bit different at each application cycle. And today I'm gonna give you the updates on what has changed over the last year that I've seen from my perspective. But before I do that, be sure to smash the subscribe button. You know I'm here every month dropping new videos to help you getting into PA school, becoming that successful student, and a fulfilled practicing PA. All right, so some things that have changed from the 2023 and the 2024 application cycle that I have noticed and that my team of admissions experts has noticed. And that is GPA minimums are bumping up to 3.2 for a lot of programs. Not all programs, but we are starting to see a trend of these bumping up incrementally from 3.0 to 3.2. Okay, so that's something you really want to pay attention to if you are looking at specific programs. So program selection remains a cornerstone strategy for getting into PA school. It is no longer about volume of PA programs that you apply to. It's being specific and targeting programs that number one, you want to go to, but that your applicant profile is somewhat in alignment with their programs. So it's quality over quantity here as well. And when it comes to that, there are programs not only that are bumping their GPA requirements, but that are taking away the GRE requirement and maybe supplementing that with a CASPer exam, which is a situational judgment exam. And so be sure to look for those changes when you're looking at programs. And I also really highly recommend looking at their class profile if they have it on their website, okay? A little insider tip here. Sometimes PA programs actually list their admissions rubric on their website. What does that mean? So every PA program evaluates applicants differently. They each have their own methodology of doing so, and sometimes they post that on their website. For example, some programs may weight or give more points to those who have a higher level of patient care experience, like being a respiratory therapist or a physical therapist or something like that. Whereas the next tier down would be maybe something like a medical assistant. So there may be a weighted criteria there. Also, if you have a master's degree, some programs give a little weight to that as well. Patient care hours, the number. So sometimes on the PA program websites, if you do a little digging, you can actually find their rubric to see how they evaluate each and every applicant. So I highly suggest that you do that. The second thing is we are seeing most of our applicants get accepted with 0 C's in their prerequisites, okay? So, where in the past you might be able to get away with having a C or 2 in your prerequisites, right now it's A's and B's only. And there are some programs that are going to B or better from C or better in your prerequisites. Some are at B minus, but it's really important to look at that as well. And if you have C's in any of the prerequisites, I would recommend you consider retaking them if that is financially feasible for you. But what I have been seeing and what we have been seeing is the trend where there are 0 C's in prerequisites here, because some programs are looking at your prerequisite GPA on top of your overall science and your overall GPA. Some are even looking at your BCP totals, biology, chemistry, physics. So look at that as well. I have another video about GPA breakdown. Be sure to check that out. The next thing, life experience essay, that was introduced in the 2024 cycle. I have a whole video on that as well, but new essays coming into the fold, more supplemental essays coming into the fold, more supplemental fees coming into the fold. Pay us money to write more essays, I cannot. But I'm just letting you know what we are seeing in terms of the trend, okay? So essay editing and review is the bread and butter of our Posh PA team. It's like one of the top services I love to provide our students. And so if you're ever interested in having one of us look at your essays, we do them live over Zoom and give you feedback, be sure to check out the links down below in the description. You can book a session with us or reach out to ask any questions, okay? So those are some of the trends, we've been seeing over the last year. Now, when it comes to those of you who might have a lower GPA is anything below a 3.2, okay? So what we are seeing is that, yes, first you need to retake all the prerequisites that you have a C in, and then from there making a strategy to either continue to take additional science classes a la carte or potentially do a master's program depending on the programs that you're looking at, okay? So that's a really important thing to consider also. Number of programs people are applying to, average is about 8 to 10 from our standpoint, and most of the people that we work with, especially in the PA School Admissions Accelerator, which is my high level coaching course, which has both one-on-one and group coaching, is, really targeting programs that fit you. But also just really making sure that you have all of your components complete. I cannot tell you how many times I have students that submit and then they realize there was a mistake and they went back and forth, right? So in the PA School Admissions Accelerator, over 80% of the people I work with in that course get interviews, and of those people that get interviews, 95% of them get accepted. So be sure to check that out. It's on my website and linked down below. But when it comes to these cycles, it is competitive, and I'm not going to sugarcoat that for you, okay? So, however, it is doable and achievable if this is your dream. You need the correct guidance, you need to reduce your overwhelm, you need to navigate the stress, and you need to know how to do this correctly the first time. And that's where we can really help you as an applicant achieve that dream. So it's not just about the individual services, it's about going over all these trends with you, finding those programs and really making that target happen. So just to recap, we do see programs moving up their GPA requirements and their prerequisite requirements. Life experience essay was new last year. Some programs with additional supplemental essays and fees, that was new this year. No C's and prerequisites at this point. And really making sure that you are staying in your own lane. What does that mean? You need to drown out the noise, okay? There's a lot of competition out there, but there's also a lot of chatter where you're gonna see people posting their statistics, and you're gonna see people like, I got in or I didn't get in, and here are all my stats, and you're gonna start comparing yourself to them. And then it's going to create a very negative mindset going into this process, a lot of self-doubt, a lot of imposter syndrome. The best thing you can do for yourself is focus on a growth mindset moving forward. Surround yourself with a positive community, drown out what the other people are doing, and focus on what you have, not on what you don't have. And confidence building is one of the things we really focus on with our applicants as well. I hope this was helpful for you moving forward into the next application cycle. Tell me below if you plan to apply.